Okay. In spite of 19 turnovers and a little bit of sloppy play, I thought we did a really good job. We never didn't have the lead in the game. I thought we came out at the beginning of the game and we established ourselves early. Our lapses in play were smaller and less significant than they've been in a couple of games in recent memory. But overall, I'm just really proud of these three. And Mikala trusting us to come here for her last year. She had plenty of options, and she chose to come to Kent State and be a part of this program, and I'm very grateful for that. And she's done a great job this year. Abby has just been a warrior. You know, she's battled injuries for a couple years and a lot of frustration, and has just continued to move forward. And because of that, she's had some big moments for us. She's leading the conference in steals per minutes played. I don't know if you knew that or not, but there's times when she shakes things loose for us when things are stagnant, and she's made plays for us and done a great job. But her energy has been great, and they're just great teammates. And I can't, I'm gonna embarrass you a little bit, Katie, but Katie's one of the top 2 or 3 players I've ever coached in my career, and I've been doing it for a long time. But the reason why Katie and I get along, for the most part, is because she hates to lose as much as I do, maybe more. And she's just a competitor. And what she's meant to me and to this program is really it's hard to put into words. But the fact that on senior day, after getting injured in her last game, comes out and has a career high in rebounds, and the way she battles on every possession. Her teammates absolutely love playing with her, and there's no secret why. So I just have so much gratitude for these three, and the investment that they've made in Kent State and in our program, and they are definitely going to leave it better than they found it when they move on. But we're not done yet. So great win today on senior day.
Questions for student athletes? How are you want to start us off?
I just like your thoughts on 4-3-1 year at Kent State. What's Kent State meant to you?
Started with me.
Sure.
When I came here, I thought it was a perfect opportunity and a perfect fit from the moment that I came on my visit. I kind of had Kent State in the back of my mind when I first got in the transfer portal, and Coach Starkey was actually the first person to call me. I think I was in there for like 30 minutes, and I got a phone call from him. And as soon as I saw that, I was so excited. And then I came on to campus, and I met the girls, and from the moment, I thought it was a great fit for me. And it's just given me so many opportunities, come in with a great team, a great culture, gave me an opportunity to play in front of my family and friends. It's just everything I would want in my last year here. So I'm very happy and grateful with my choice.
That was good. Yeah, follow that up. Kent's just, we're all about, like, our team's just family. I'm pretty far from my home, so just being able to be around these girls and just the environment that we've created for each other has just been super nice. And if I ever get upset, I just go to my friends because they're not so it's just been a great fit for me. So
yeah, and for me, when I got here, it's been 5 years, so I got here, I was just a kid, and I knew I was going to come here for, I think, almost 8 years now since I committed. And just being able to grow up around these people and having the support that I've had with the coaching staff, and then the players I've met along the way, I've grown a lot, and I couldn't have asked for a better environment to grow up in and make relationships in. So it's been great.
And then for all 3 players as well, what is your favorite Kent State basketball memory?
Am I starting again?
yep.
I'll have the same one.
Honestly, probably the Greece trip, just because, obviously Greece, but
Took everybody's favorite.
yeah, but that was a chance for me to actually connect with the girl. Like, we went there for basketball, obviously, but it was actually like a time where I got to connect with the girls and actually learn who they are and get to know them outside of basketball and really bond with them before the season. So that time meant a lot to me.
I agree with the Greece trip, but then also our Florida trip and our Louisiana trip, just all the times that we had to spend multiple nights in hotels together and just hanging out in our off days. It's just been great just spending time with everybody and learning who we are.
Yeah, Greece was great. Every time the team gets together outside of basketball, inside of basketball, it's my favorite team by far, and it's just been a good year. Been fun.
And then again for everybody, what lasting impression do you guys hope to leave on Kent State?
A good one.
Oh. You guys start this one.
Take it away.
I don't know. I hope that they look back and see the way we play and want to stay to that standard of competitiveness and togetherness and have a good time together like we were.
Yeah, I just think the environment that we've created this year has just been so good, and I hope they just keep that same energy each year as they keep going.
Similar to what they said, and also I hope that down the road, no matter what, like if anyone ever needs me off this team, I'm always a phone call away, and I'm always there as a friend. Love.
And then just going into the game today a little bit, at the end of the half, you guys allowed Buffalo to go on a 10-4 run. This is really for any of you guys up there. I guess how important is it maybe that a run like that from them to maybe capture some momentum goes into half and it kind of you guys can regroup yourself and come out of the half and try and steal that momentum back?
Oh yeah, obviously we want to avoid those situations, and I think we have a pretty easy solution to that. We got to take better shots and take care of the ball, and we know that, and we're gonna get it figured out. So yeah.
And then, again, for either one of you guys up there, you guys held Watson in the second half scoreless until 8 minutes in the fourth quarter, and she didn't score a basket in the second half at all. I guess you probably don't want to talk about your game plan against her, but I guess just what are the challenges when you guys go up against somebody like that, and then maybe how rewarding is it when you see how you guys having so much success against her?
I mean, I think a lot of it was Jenna Batch because she was just who our game plan was because she's long and really good at defense, and she's the leading scorer in the league, so we just knew we had to build walls to her and just keep her shooting not great shots and off balance.
And then, Mikala, just
Yep.
you guys are top 3 in the MAC in defense. Just what allows you guys to have so much success on that end of the court?
I think tonight was a great example of our defense, and Coach Starkey talks about it all the time in the locker room, how we need to be connected. And tonight I thought as a team we were all really connected. And, you know, Talia Watson, she's obviously the leading scorer in the league, and Jenna did a phenomenal job on her, and she makes those tough shots. And we as a team and a unit, we were able to take away other key players as well.
And then again, for either one of you guys up there, just you guys, obviously with this game and then your next two against tournament teams, how important is that to like maybe go into the tournament playing teams that are going to be playing at their highest level too?
I think that, I mean, I wouldn't change it. I think that that's a perfect situation for us. Win or lose, we're going to be playing against the top teams in the MAC going into the MAC tournament, and I don't think there's a better way to prepare us for that than competing with the best teams in the league.
I guess for either one of you guys, what's kind of, as you reflect on your time at Kent State, what's been like a big lesson you feel like you've learned?
I would say to
Transfer to
take
schools are going to
advantage of all of the people around you, and we're really all here to get better and become better people, and I think that leaning on each other and building strong relationships is really important to learn early on.
I would also say for me, embracing change. You know, I came from a school that I was there for 4 years where I learned, like, they had a certain standard there, a certain set of roles here. And so there was definitely an adjustment period for myself coming in here. And I really had to embrace the change and buy into what I was being taught and coached. So that's what I would say.
Ditto.
Anything else for seniors?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have fun, be smart.
Always.
Alex, since you still have the mic, if you want to start off.
I guess, Coach, what's kind of impressed you? You already talked about it earlier. Like, what's impressed you most about these seniors as in their career this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's not rhetoric when I say this. This has been one of, if not my favorite teams to coach, top to bottom. This group is a lot of fun. They're high character. They care about each other. They genuinely care about each other. It's a coachable group, right? And these seniors have been a big part of that. I mean, Mikala talked about it. That adjustment to go from playing in a program for 4 years and then all of a sudden you got to come in and you're starting and you're a major contributor to the team. That adjustment is not easy. Mikala did a really good job of just wanting to be a part of the group, wanting to be part of something bigger, and that was big for her and big for us. I already talked about the battles that Abby's gone through with just multiple injuries and frustration, and I mean, she was a junior college All-American, and for her to be able to come in and now be healthy and to compete and have the attitude that she's had has been great. She brings great energy and that type of thing. I already talked about, I talked about Katie. I mean, I could talk about Katie for the next couple hours. She just is, she's unique, right? She's unique in that she's a player that could have gone to the transfer portal more than one time, and she would have had opportunities. But you talk about loyalty in a generation and day when that is not hard to find. And she has chosen to say, I'm going to double down on investing where I am. I'm going to double down on being a good teammate. And I want to give everything I have to this last year with Kent State. And so if there's, you'd be hard pressed to find a better ambassador, student athlete and ambassador for Kent State than Katie Shumate.
And kind of going back to the game, what was the key in taking the lead early and never really looking back?
Yeah, we wanted to. We talked about that. We wanted to make sure that we established ourselves early. We wanted to play aggressive from the start and not kind of feel our way into the game. And wanted to put together 40 minutes. They did go on that run at the end of the second quarter. I was not pleased with that, to say the least. They heard from me about my displeasure, and then we moved on. And they responded. And I'm really happy with. That's what coaching is, how you respond, not just hearing it but responding. And this group has done that all year. They've responded, and so excited about where we are at this point.
What are some things that this team specifically has helped teach you as a coach?
Well, that's a great question. I think I learn things if you don't learn every year, right? It's time to get out. But I've learned from this team that it's okay for me to be patient, right? And as long as you, like, the big thing, the ask from me for this group is to respond. And if they're responding, then I need to be patient with that. I need to just double down on caring about them and coaching them. I've got a phenomenal staff, and just really trusting. And I think I've learned with this group that I can trust them. That they're going to give what they have to give all the way through the end.
And then this win today made it the second time with Kent State for you, winning 13 conference games. What makes this team special, and what does that mean for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough to do in this league, get to 13 wins. And, we did it our first year here. That was kind of Carl remembers that, kind of the miracle season. Getting picked last and winning 13 games in the league was a lot of fun. This was fun for different reasons, but this team is still hungry. They're not done yet. We want to continue to move forward and get better. I'm not as focused on the outcomes of the next two games as I am how we're playing. How we play showing up in Cleveland is what matters most. Now, if we play well, we have an opportunity to win those games. But at the end of the day, once again, when it's a one-and-done scenario, when you get to Cleveland, you have to be playing your best, and that's the biggest focus.
And you talked a little bit just the way this team has been able to respond to stuff. Even tonight, just withstanding some of the runs that Buffalo went on, but that's kind of been the theme all year. I guess what allows this team to have that response to the other team when they're going on their runs?
Well, obviously we had to make some adjustments when Corinne went out, and she was kind of our calming force when she was on the court. And Deanna has really adjusted to that role. And then I think Jenna's confidence has just continued to grow as the season's gone on. Bridget has become kind of that calming voice for everybody. We've got we've got great balance, and I think that's it allows us to coach in multiple different ways, right? We're not a one-trick pony. We have opportunities to try to defend and score and play teams differently. And I think that's our biggest strength in being able to respond to these things. We can change our lineup. We can change the way we're defending. We're adaptable and we're balanced.
And then Bridget has that double-double tonight. I guess just what if you could speak on just her confidence right now, especially going up these last few games heading into the tournament.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Bridget. She's our best defensive rebounder. She doesn't get enough credit for her defense and her voice. You know, everybody wants to see her score more and that type of thing. And we just say, Bridget, just keep doing what you're doing, defending, rebounding. She was able to score in the interior today and from the three-point line. So now teams have to think twice about how they guard her. But really pleased with how she has continued to progress off of an ACL last year. And that's tough to do. So proud of her.
You got a lot of minutes. You needed a lot of minutes from Elena today. Talk about how she stepped into her role.
Yeah, Elena, you know, Elena's been, and she's had 2 knee surgeries since she's been here. I mean, she came out of high school, couldn't play her first year, and then had a couple knee injuries since she's been here. And this has really been her 3 years. This is really her first opportunity getting playing time, and that's not easy. To your first opportunity to get big minutes is late season in big games in crucial possessions. Deanna got in foul trouble, and she came in and she handled herself well. She had that great and one to the basket. I don't know if you saw the bench and how excited they were for her. That's the sign of a great team, when they get excited for each other's success more than their own, right? And Elena is getting her flowers now, and I'm really happy for that.
Anything else, Coach?
What is your hope for each of these seniors as their time at Kent State comes to a close?
My hope for them is to cut down the nets in Cleveland, right? That's my hope for them. I can't think of somebody who has battled for that potential outcome in the conference more than Katie. I think everybody on the team wants that for her and for all 3 of them. In the short term and selfishly, that's what I would love for them, right? I have a ton of confidence in them and who they're leaving Kent State as, and all 3 of them are going to have a lot of success, and the most success that they're going to have is in relationship building. They talked about that. That's something that we focus on, is building relationships, and there's no greater thing that you can learn in college than how to build meaningful relationships that'll serve you, you know, from start to finish in your life. And so that's what my hope is for them, is that they're surrounded by a circle of friends and family that care about them the rest of their life.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep, you got it. Thank you all.